Ukraine launched massive wave of deadly counterattacks on Minaret. Today, Ukrainian units launched a massive wave of coordinated attacks along the entire Dobrapilya front line to block and cut off the Russian pincer above Minaret. As the Russians were forced to quickly react to the unfolding developments, the Ukrainian command ordered to execute the most important move of the entire Pokrovsk operation. Ukrainian units counterattacked near Dobrapilya, combining air power, tanks, and precision-guided munitions in a synchronized strike that put Russian positions in great danger. The operation began with aerial reconnaissance detected Russian drone operators setting up in the territory of local mine east of Rodynske. Within minutes, the coordinates were transmitted and a Ukrainian Su-27 delivered a precise strike with a GBU-62 JDAM bomb, annihilating the launch site. Moments later, Ukrainian surveillance drones spotted Russian troops attempting to fortify a building on the outskirts of Rodynske. Another airstrike followed, again using JDAM bomb, wiping out the infiltrators and several Russian officers who had been directing operations in that area. Later, Ukrainian drones identified fresh groups of Russian soldiers attempting to regroup in another building inside Rodynske, but a Ukrainian tank opened fire on one structure, clearing it of enemy forces. Inside an industrial complex nearby, more Russians were spotted, so Ukrainian jets launched JDAMs again, with the first one missing slightly due to Russian electronic warfare interference, while the second flattened the site successfully. These airstrikes were part of a carefully planned prelude to the main ground counterattack aimed at securing Minaret's northern flank and pushing Russian forces further away from encircling it. Ukrainian forces used the momentum of the airstrikes and ground units to simulate a massive assault launched from all sides, catching the attention of the Russian surveillance and forcing them to switch focus from offense to defense. The enemy abandoned temporarily attempts to reach the encircled units and instead focused on holding the line. Later, it became evident that the Ukrainian counterattack was a well-orchestrated distraction, while the Russian command concentrated all attention on Dobrapilya, convinced that the northern flank was the main target. Ukrainian commanders quietly executed a partial rotation of forces in Minaret. This operation enabled the secure evacuation of wounded personnel and the delivery of vital supplies and ammunition to those still defending the town. It was a textbook deception maneuver. Create pressure on one sector, force the enemy to divert reserves, and use the gained window to reinforce or extract troops from another direction. This first stage of the plan was completed with remarkable coordination. Ukrainian troops conducted the rotation and partial withdrawal from the semi-encircled town with no losses. The counterattack to the north drew away Russian reconnaissance assets, allowing evacuation convoys to move through safely under electronic countermeasures. Part of the soldiers were safely extracted behind the front lines, while the remaining defenders in Mirnorad resupplied and prepared to hold the new line. At the same time, this was not the only distraction for the Russians. While the Dobropilya counterattack tied down their reserves, they were also forced to maintain focus on Pokrovsk, while Ukrainian forces continued to hold the enemy south of the railway line by constantly clearing operations against Russian infiltrators. This persistent defense, the main objective of Ukraine's Pokrovsk operation, is working precisely as General Syrski planned. The ability to withdraw, rotate, and evacuate forces from Mirnorad would have been impossible if Pokrovsk had fallen or if Russian units had broken through north of the railway. Ukrainian troops are thus not only defending the towns but coordinating between them in a way that keeps both strategically viable and linked through controlled logistics corridors. Meanwhile, Ukrainian armed forces aircraft strike invaders' convoy entering Pokrovsk. Ukrainian aviation struck the route through which Russian infantry was entering the city of Pokrovsk. The Sonyashnik Telegram channel, which is affiliated with Ukrainian aviation, published a video of the strike. Several powerful bombing strikes were carried out along the route. After that, the Russian group Wayne Howell, which is affiliated with the Russian military, confirmed the strike of the convoy. According to the group, the strike occurred because the Russian military had previously posted a video on social media showing them using this route to enter Pokrovsk. Presumably, the strike hit the E50 highway in the south of Pokrovsk, through which Russian infantry and vehicles are actively penetrating the city. On November 14, the General Staff reported that the Ukrainian armed forces stopped more than 50 Russian offensives in the Pokrovsk sector over the past day. The attacks took place in the areas of Soketske, Shakovy, Belitske, Razine, Rodynske, Dorozhine, Chernovil Lyman, Pokrovsk, Mirnorad, Lysivka, Zverove, Koteline, Udachne, Melodetske, Dachne, and Filia. On November 12, Ukrainian Armed Forces Commander-in-Chief Alexander Syrski said that the Pokrovsk direction remains the key in the context of the Russian offensive. The largest number of daily Russian assaults and the concentration of a significant part of the Russian group operating in Ukraine are recorded there. In particular, the Russian army is trying to take advantage of difficult weather conditions.